Okay, hi there everybody. Time to comment on your comments. And we're going to start with VG. Sir, which of these are correct and why? Everything on the board has been rubbed off by the teacher. Correct. Everything on the board has been rubbed out by the teacher. Correct. Everything on the board has been erased by the teacher. Correct. Everything on the board has been wiped off by the teacher. Everything on the board has been wiped away by the teacher. Okay, so to me they're all correct. Let's see. Rubbed off, rubbed out. To me, this sounds more like a real blackboard and chalk, but it could be one of these whiteboards. Erased just says you can't see it anymore. And wiped off to me or wiped away sounds more like one of these whiteboards that you use a marker pen to write on. You see, I think with the traditional blackboard you need to rub it, whereas with the whiteboard you just one wipe of a cloth and it's gone. They're all fine, VG. And so Pete, suns and moons. I love it. That's nice. Okay, we're going back towards a greeny blue idea. Hi Patricia. So, hi Alex Charles. Love the video. Doesn't Sir Henry like moutarde more? Yes, I love Mo mustard. It's a beautiful town with the river going through the centre and the castle and, well, your analysis of the colour combos was spot on, tinged with intuitive intellect, endearing enthusiasm without an O, and poignant, penetrating, perspicacious. No, I don't think you're a Philistine, but I am. I poured Coca-Cola into my glass of wine. I suppose I can't appreciate everything. That's funny. I don't really like wine. Yeah, I mean, I've tried fantastic wines, and yes, I might appreciate a really, really good quality claret or Bordeaux, but I really don't think it's worth it. I mean, I don't drink. I haven't drunk alcohol for about 4 or 5 years, but I'd much rather a bottle of beer than probably a £150 Bordeaux. So, well, that's a Philistine for you as well. My brain is addled. I must be enamoured of something or someone. Perhaps it could be worse. It could be better too. I hope you sleep well. Thank you. Don't let the bees sting. Well, it's their nature. So I think it's probably my nature to accept it. And focus on the Venus de Milo in the Louvre. She will be happy. She really will. I can see it in her eyes. She's lovely, isn't she? My M adored her tummy. He would speak as if he actually saw her talk of her beau ventre. Oh my God, Alex! Now I'm jealous of a statue in the Louvre. Would to heaven! Oh, I love that phrase. Would to heaven she appeared. That's a really, really nice structure in the courtyard. At the stroke of midnight. If she does, she could salvage Notre Dame. I can't get over that damn fire. Have a pleasant evening. Enjoy yourself, you too. This one's much more colourful, but I like these moons and suns. Okay, Mr. Music, I shall listen later. And again, thank you, Mr. Music. It's very kind of you. Oh, I didn't give Pia one of these. And thank you, more music for me, Mr. Music. Okay, this is a much whiter one, decreasing in intensity. And, where were you? Okay, yes, it looks like the link is possible to follow. Thank you, Mr. Music. And Fran, great to see you. So, good video. I'm glad you liked it, Fran. Where were you? Okay, this one's better. This one I think I'll be able to follow. Okay, so Mohammed Music Man. I love this Egyptian song very much, my teacher, and it's about 52 years old, and it is the same age as me. It gives me energy that I can't describe. Yeah, music is in your soul. Yeah, Mr. Music Man. Very definitely. Some terrorist, you need an S here, Zara. You've got to be careful about singulars and plurals. Some terrorists are just Philistines and destroy even historical buildings. Yeah, I'm thinking about the Buddhas in Afghanistan. That was in Afghanistan, wasn't it? Okay, Mr. Music. I write synonyms so that I can enjoy your pronunciation of them in order to learn the correct pronunciation. That's very good. That's a good way to learn. Listen to me and copy what I'm saying, and you're going to say it right. Also, if you're good at music, pronunciation should be your thing. I thank you very much, sir, for your interest in commenting on all the comments of your students. Well, it's certainly a very valuable thing. It does unfortunately take a lot of time, but I'm going to continue doing it for the time being. I'm not sure if I can continue it long term, but we will see. And Mr. Music, I cannot describe your knowledge, generosity, taste and respect, my teacher. And I wish I had known you, yes, for a long time before. So I wish I'd known you a long time, without the for, a long time before. And excuse me for my bad English. These are all learning opportunities. This is the way to get better, Mr. Music. That's how you do it, by listening. So, I wish I had known you I would probably say, I wish I had known you a long time ago. And you don't need excusing for making mistakes. That's what we're here to do. And Zara, during the war, the leader betrayed the country and ran away from there to the USA. But that's very good. This is much better, Zara. Manji. Thank you, sir. I'm now reading Count Belisarius as per your suggestion. You're going to love it, Manji. Yeah, Robert Graves is a brilliant book. You will love it. I'm certain of it. Yeah, as you are no Philistine, you're really going to enjoy that. So, that's great. I love that. Demure. I'll press the bottom. I like this video without demur. Okay, I think you mean button, but yes, that's very nice of you, Fran. Okay, Count Beauty. After watching this video, the word Philistine won't wash out of my head. Okay, yes, because probably you see Philistines all around you, Count. Manny, hi Manny. So, I think I'm lucky. Yes, I'm lucky. I didn't lose it. So, Manny, a Philistine was, or Philistine, okay, see, yes. Philistine was a biblical nation and mentioned throughout the Bible. It's the source name of Palestine, the Roman province during the 1st century AD. Thank you for informing me, Manny. That's really good. It's good to learn. So yes, it was a nation. The nation's been changed to the name's been changed to Palestine. It's like Britannia, Britain, Great Britain. Names change over times. Thank you, Manny. And Mr. Mohammed Music. Okay, a song. An Israeli child sings an Egyptian song for Kulthum, who is 60 years old, without a mistake and with amazing professionalism. As an Egyptian, I cannot justify her. What do you mean justify? So you can't, you don't think it's reasonable that an Israeli child is singing an Egyptian song? I think everybody has the right to sing any song that they like. Yeah, I think this is a way that we transmit feeling and culture. I think so. I think you've probably got something wrong here with I cannot justify her, but it makes sense in English. Okay, and P. Hi. 2 comments vanished here. There was one with the tie remarks. Gentleman's Gazette tie racks. Ties are not for me, and not for ties are for me, not for a guy. I hate wearing ties. Yeah, if you see, I used to wear ties there, but at that time I used to have to go to a language school. But nowadays I don't. Let's see. I won't. If I don't have to, if I wear a tie in somebody's presence, from me that's actually a sign of disrespect, because it means that they're not going to accept me as I am without a tie. Hi, I'll do them tomorrow. Okay, that's brilliant, P. And Parisa SBS. Hello. I just wanted to say you're better than perfect. I found your channel accidentally, but I wish I had found you sooner. I wish I could have found you sooner. Thanks for being generous and kind. I'm keen on watching all your videos. I wish you health and happiness. Best regards. Thank you, Parisa. That's nice of you. And Naive. Hi, Naive. How you doing? Morning, Alex. Could you please elucidate the meaning of the word quotidian and how formal this word is? I'm pretty sure I've got a video on it, but I'm going to write it down just in case. So quotidian means something that happens every day. This comes from Latin, I think quotidie, meaning daily or day or something like that. And it's like we call something quotidian. It's something that you see every day. It's not out of the usual. It's a bit boring. Yeah, it's not very very interesting. It's not very original. Yeah, it's not something, ooh, look at that. No, quotidian. I don't know, toast and coffee for breakfast. That's very quotidian. Yeah, but I don't know, mango and blueberry fruit salad with mint tea. That might be much less quotidian as a breakfast. Formality. This is a very literary word, Knife. I think I'd probably give it a 7, 7.5. I wouldn't use it in an informal conversation. I don't even think I'd use it in a semi-formal conversation. It's a great word for an essay, yeah, for an exam essay. And Madwan Singh. Hi, Madwan. Very good explanation. So I'm glad you liked it. Manisco. Teacher. You're obviously not a Philistine. You're a smart and intelligent person. But there are things I don't appreciate. For example, as I said to Patricia earlier, I don't appreciate wine. I don't appreciate good wine. Yeah, I don't really like it. It's okay. You can drink it. It gets you drunk, but nothing more. Let's see. I personally think we're all Philistines about some things. The things that don't turn us on, that we're not interested in. So, McLovin, great to see you. I was ashamed of myself for how much of a Philistine I was. That's a lovely structure. So I started to read classic literature. Unfortunately, I couldn't enjoy a single bit of it, so instead I taught myself to be comfortable with my ignorance. Okay, that's very good, because let's see, people can say you need to read this, this is cultural, this is wonderful. But if it's boring to you, it's boring to you. Yeah? You can't just say, oh, how wonderful, and feel it. Either you do or you don't. I think that's perfectly better. I think it's much better to be comfortable with yourself. Yeah, you are as you are. You can't. Our inner self doesn't change. Well, maybe it does very slowly, but not in something as radical as that. McLovin. For some reason I felt betrayed when my favourite anime production company lowered their quality. Yeah, I'd feel betrayed. It is a truth universally acknowledged that love addles your brain. I quite agree with you. It stops you thinking logically. It's very good. His conclusion, which was a simple one, came after lots of circumlocution. Great example. The contemporary mess in the Middle East, unfortunately, can be attributed to perfidious Albion. of the Great British Empire. But wait a second. You don't even use this. Can be attributed to perfidious Albion. If you just say that, or perfidious Albion during the Great British Empire, Albion refers to Britain. Yes, the Brits really screwed up the Middle East. I quite agree. They screwed up the line between India and Pakistan. They screwed up so many things, and then they went around robbing and stealing everything I could. So here's an official apology for many of the things done during the British Empire. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Okay, let's see. Use perfidious Albion to talk about treachery by the British. Yeah, you could say this is a case of perfidious Albion, but very definitely. I love it. McLovin. The new chapter of my life began today. My girlfriend moved into my house with tons of Disney goods and impedimenta. Okay, I hope you're both very happy. Good use of impedimenta. The interior of my new Honda sports car can be described as Spartan. No lumbar, back supports, or fancy monitor whatsoever. But it's freaking fast. It's freaking fast. I'm glad you enjoy it. That's what you bought it for. It's a sports car, not a comfort car. A lava morphed into a brave, honest hornet. Ooh, I've got a thing about hornets, because they're these giant Asian hornets that spend their lives trying to kill my bees and eat them. McLovin, the famous commentator, often put words into his opponent's mouth in order to delegitimize their remarks. That's very good. That's very perceptive. And when he saw the wound in his right arm, he almost swooned. The girls got swooned to see BTS members winking at them. Lose the get. The girls swooned without the got. The girls swooned to see the BTS members winking at them. Dwight put a line of pencils on the shared desk to demarcate his space. Good English. Well done, McLovin. At the beginning, I thought you were a native speaker, but when I see this got swooned and this perfidious Albion thing, I realise you're not. Very, very, very good indeed, sir. AK. Thank you, sir. I used to think that consider as is incorrect. No, I consider him as a friend, very definitely. And McLovin, the prosecutor asked the convict a series of leading questions to confirm the information and make his point. Good English. Admiral Togo, who is often compared to Nelson from the British Empire, is enshrined at the shrine. Okay, yes. And McLovin, I stared at the unfamiliar foreign characters engraved on the slate. I tried to make sense of it in vain, V-A-I-N, as opposed to E with the where your blood goes. I realized there's a group of people who uses this series of diagrams, maybe pictograms, to communicate complex ideas. My incapability to understand it gave me a mesmerizing pleasure. Okay, good English. So just be careful, vain, V-A-I-N, yeah, but could be V-E-I-N in different circumstances. The elderly woman sluiced the fresh vegetables in the stream. Good English. The pharmaceutical industry generally has higher gross margins, while those of freight companies tend to be razor thin. Yep, very definitely. And basically the contemporary popular idea is that if you make the rich even richer, the wealth trickles down to the poor. However, it hasn't worked that way yet, and the increasing income disparity is ailing our society. Good English again. I prefer to be called stout, the lady remarked. So somebody called her fat. I love it. The quarter-final was a fast game played at pace. Good English. We turned a dozen paces, for love is a duel, and looked at each other for the last time. Ooh, so this is a duel and the pacing off of the duel. Very good, McLovin. I think you're no Philistine at all, very clearly. Due to lack of preparation, my mind blanked out on the stage, and my ensuing maundering, talking, going on about things, served as a perfect lullaby for the audience. I love it. Yeah? So you forgot your lines and they all fell asleep. That's great. And so P 453. I am sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Did you say sleepy? Sorry, and how to say sorry. Okay, yeah, well, the Brits are experts at saying sorry. Ooh, this one's blue and black. I think the black is reflecting the night sky, and the blue and white is talking about the dawn which you wish we want to come up. Yes, please. Make other videos with different ways to say funny sorries. I must apologise, I'm sleepy. Yeah, I apologise from the bottom of my heart. Go back to sleep. The S word, insidious. Certain secret fraternities, insidious and invidious, so it seems. Okay, SEEMS, but yes. Certain secret fraternities, insidious and invidious, so it seems. That's very good with all those S's. I love the alliteration. And that's why you're the S word, of course. I love it. Well done, S word. And P. 5:15 a.m. There goes the alarm. Sorry, short, sweet and sugary and sleepy. Please forgive me. I'm sleepy. I'm lost in slumber. I'm deeply sorry. There goes the alarm again. Yeah, I would like to apologise from the bottom of my heart and give my most heartfelt apologies to you. Adam Tang, very good one, very useful, Philistine. I'm glad you liked it, Adam. Juan Mascara, these are always a good reminder you'll never be done with English ever. You're quite right, Juan. A foreign language is an ongoing thing. Yeah, there is always room for improvement. Yeah, even as a native speaker. I mean, notice there are quite a lot of native speakers who watch my videos as well. Okay, AK. So, hello, sir. I just thought of this question. Can we omit while when they follow an intransitive verb? Like, I cried watching the film. I was sitting on my bed reading some books. Absolutely. The while is optional. The while is very clearly within the meaning of the words you've written. I cried while watching. I cried watching. Definitely. I was sitting on my bed reading. Definitely, AK. Looks very good. And 6:27. 3 others at least are gone in the first 3:50. The first 3:50, the second at 4:23, the third before the last of all of them had the colours. I don't care about the writing, only the colours count. Why would they take away the colours? Because I personally think their web is full of bugs. Look at all these black ones. So, are they all the same colour? Yeah, they're all black. Yeah, you must be pissed off about it. I'd be pissed off as well. Okay, thank you, P. And Giliola, great to see you. I would be glad to be more willing to spend time with people who talk, and then you realise they do not have content without a content. They do not have a content. Probably content uncountable is better. They do not have the respect to think of their own idea. I prefer the company of a book and leave the Philistines to their superficiality. That's great. Thank you, Giliola. And Smin, hi Smin, great to see you. Prig prude. He's such a prig he wouldn't allow any car except his at the parking lot that is always almost empty. Yes. Yeah, he's just rules for the rules' sake. He's an absolute job's worth. AK, hi AK, great to see you. And AK, there were primeval mountains in this area, which is said to have been destroyed by some natural calamities. Good. The unity among people from different social units was primeval until politicians began to play them off against each other. And static, high static. One of the aims of JWST, okay, scientific telescope, is to study primeval galaxies dating back to about 13 billion years ago. That's one of the things I love looking up at the stars, because you look up at a star and you actually realize the light that just arrived in your eyes could be 500 million years old. Well, probably not that one. Yeah, it could certainly easily be 500 million years old. And Roland, hi Roland, by dint of, I love the way you've got this, you've taken on board this by dint of. By dint of her childhood trauma, she became enmeshed in a tangle of drug abuse and petty crime. Great sentence. By the time she was recuperating in the hospital, she was falling in love with the handsome doctor. We human beings have a primeval desire to be accepted and loved. Very good English, Roland, and as Manji says, very true as well. Hear, hear, young man. I love that from Patricia as well. So, very good writing, Roland. You definitely deserve congratulations. This city, good, you put some sort of determiner. This city now is on desert, but it was past primeval ocean. Good, Zara. And Roland, while she is a connoisseur of high art, such as painting and literature, her boyfriend is a Philistine who's reluctant to go to the nearest local museum. They are an oddly strange couple. Love it. Oddly strange, that's really good. Adverb, adjective, noun. That's nice. That's very good. Keep doing that, Roland. Very good. And Manji, hi Manji, great to see you. The archaeologists delved deep into the primeval forest and dug out a couple of gigantic bones of antediluvian animals. I love that word, antediluvian. Yeah. Sometimes I make jokes calling people antediluvian. Okay, no matter how progressive we claim ourselves to be, good English, our minds are not free from the primeval monsters of instincts such as jealousy, greed, etc. I quite agree with you with this, Manji. People think that humans are special, but we're just another animal. And this lizard hindbrain very often takes over. It has much more control than we would like to believe. Definitely, Manji. And the hunter caught the glimpse of the monster behind the bushes before the beast disappeared into the primeval forest. Very good. This is a piece of spam, I'm certain of it. I've left it, I'm going to leave it there because then I can ban it later. So, Amir Sajad, absolutely Amir. Goat is the thing. Something gets your goat. Okay, could you clarify the difference between example and exemplification? Okay, so I give examples of the words. This is one example. I have an idea that an exemplification is like a very good example. It's a perfect example of something. He is the exemplification of honesty, the perfect example thereof. I guess I definitely use exemplification in my videos to help people, the giving of examples. Yeah, but let's see, exemplification much more formal, and I also get this nuance with exemplification that it's one of the best possible ones. It's ideal, whereas I can very often give examples of uses of words that are suboptimal. They're not necessarily the best. Great to see you, Slow Sunset. I need to brush up on the word primordial. Very good, Sherwin. There's a question in a minute about this one, but I'll do it to start with. Primordial means from the very beginning, from the first, whereas primeval means from a very early point, but not necessarily from the very beginning. So, there was the primordial soup from which life developed. But the first things to develop were plants, and these were primeval plants. Yeah? They were primordial plants. I guess they're primordial plants because they are the very first plants as well. But primordial at the very beginning, primeval later on. Notice as well, we can also use primordial to mean that something is absolutely essential. It's primordial that you do this step first. Before you cook, it's primordial that you wash your hands. Okay. And Inju Juan, ha, good one. Thank you. Would you talk about Byzantine, please? Is there a chance we could hear from you on that one too? Thanks again and have a great day. Well, the Byzantine Empire is effectively after Rome fell, after the sacking of Rome and what went on after that. I'm not a real expert on Byzantine. I used to have a friend who collected Byzantine coins. So it's the next stage after the Roman Empire, after the fall of the Roman Empire. And Byzantium had all sorts of similar problems. Okay, let me write down Byzantine as well. Certainly a good word. And Patricia, hi. My examples are so primeval in nature that I dare not couch them in words. Okay, you're having primeval thoughts. Lovely. Okay, the colour scheme's completely changed. This one looks more like punctillism. Yeah, reds, oranges, greens, greys, browns, purple, pink, black, yellow, woof, a bit of everything. Okay. And Inju Juan. There's a wonderful Russian tale about a humble fisherman and his greedy wife. The tale is fantastically beautiful. Is a fantastically beautiful piece written by Alexander Pushkin. In that story, the insatiably greedy woman calls her husband a Philistine, as he only appreciates simple things in life and never aspires to honours. So yeah, you're right when you say, am I a Philistine? I don't know. But I think the most important thing, I don't care. Yeah? And that's probably more important. And Bernadette Bokis. Hi Bernadette. Hello teacher. I can't help but sense a thread of racism in the word Philistine. It seems either a forgotten group or a fictional one. In any case, I don't feel I would ever comfortably use the word in my use of language, given my point and my ignorance and dislike of this specific history. Who is the group that conveniently is fair game in being accused of being some type of lower class, as being exposed in the language? Why does this discrimination continue in language? Because it has existed for a very long time. Yes, I would guess that Philistine is discriminating against people who don't like culture. But then we all have different tastes, I guess. And Bernadette, if I run over your work again, I feel it would mean I've driven my car over it. You could run over it again, very definitely. Yeah, let's run over this again. Yeah, it doesn't have to be your car. Okay. And, okay, the answer to this one is goat. Get your goat. Aditi. Hi, Aditi. John is always playing true it and skiving off. Well done. Sir, would you please make a video on the word retaliate? Retaliate. Okay, to retaliate. Yeah, he hit me and I hit him back. That's retaliation. Yeah, do something to me and I will retaliate against you. I've written it down. I have a feeling I don't have a video on it, so I will make it. So, hi there, Rupanta. I didn't say hi. And Eugenie K, you're the best. Thank you, teacher. My pleasure. Get my goat. Yes. And Patricia, gone again. Poof, I'm sorry. 10:13. Death be not proud through those some called thee mighty, for thou art not so. Okay, at least it's not all black this time. It's a blue and yellow scheme coming up too. Forward Requiem. Black, yellow going to blue. So from depression through to optimism. That's good. And Mozart Requiem, J.E. Gardner. Thanks for the recommendations. And Manji says skiving, and she'd be absolutely right. Hi, Alexander. I ain't dead yet. Bonjour. Okay, yes, but it can be a difficult thing to get the right words. And okay, this is bigger blocks of colour. And it gets me done. It really gets my goat. I think you mean it gets me down, Maria Mikkonen. Good to have you, Maria. Yeah? Okay. And Pranjit. Hi, Pranjit. Putin believed Ukraine to be an effete and no longer able to act with the kind of strength and purpose required to defeat a determined opponent. But he had to alter his view when he found the subdued nation slowly morphed into resilient fighters willing to fight and die rather than bow before a superior military. Good English, Pranjit, but your English is always very good. And Santosh, hi Santosh. It's been a few weeks since I started listening to you. I must say you are my new Oxford Dictionary. I admire your efforts and, more important, the examples you share. Much love from India. Thank you, Santosh. The examples are incredibly important. Good morning, Monsieur Henri. Oh, I love this pink one. Yeah, so pink and full of life. If it's the narcissist neighbour, if it's the narcissist neighbour, I say better late than never. Then it's okay. Hooray! And 10:51. Then it's Handel and Hallelujah, the sound of the trumpet, if you like. Hallelujah. Slow sunset, great. Okay, elide. So, sir, could you explain the meaning of elide? Thank you. I think this is the joining together of words, elision. So, the cat and dog. The cat and dog. It's the joining of words together. I'm going to write it down for a video. Elide. To join things together. Yeah? Elision. When one word ends in a vowel sound and the next one starts with a consonant sound, or vice versa, we tend to use elision when we speak. Also, for example, with the intrusive R, law and order. Yeah, law and order. This is an elision, joining the things together. Okay, and KGF, love you from India. Thank you, KGF. Hobson's Choice, there's nothing to do. And 11 a.m. After that it is Oh Jésus, que ma jolie demeure. Oh Jésus, joy of man's desiring, as you like it, whatever the language. So, yes, what to say when someone dies, not always the most easy situation. And Fran, good to see you this morning. The football player had a primeval reaction and hit the referee. Very good indeed. And Manny, hi Manny, uh, overlap. Similar with only minor differences. Yeah, they cover the same thing. Error and mistake are overlapped. Passive structure. Yeah, error and mistake overlap very definitely. And Static Sereno. Yeah, this is the one. Sir, can you please tell the difference between primeval and primordial? I think in many cases these two words are the same. I did explain a bit earlier, but if something is primordial, it means from the very beginning. Whereas primeval means from a very, very early point. Yeah, so if something's primordial, it goes back further than if something is primeval. Primeval from a very early age, primeval forest, primeval animals. But then I would say the primordial soup from which all life evolved, yeah, or a primordial galaxy, yeah, where things are coming together. Well, it could be primeval as well, because the very beginning of that, it's difficult to define. But I think that's the main difference. Primordial from the first instant, primeval from an early instant. Notice as well, primordial, if something is primordial, it's of overwhelming importance. So it's primordial to make sure you turn off the gas before you leave the house. It's primordial to lock the door. If something's primordial, you need to do it at the beginning, because otherwise something's not going to work. It's primordial to wash your hands before you cook. And Dommy, number 3, to skive off, very definitely. Deep Tea, great to see you, Deep Tea. Your videos are just lucid, not a single trace of circumlocution. Really helped me to improve my vocabulary. I'm glad to hear that, Deep Tea. Great to have you. And Sean, skiving off. In my country, they would say you poteng school, from a Malay word. Thank you for teaching me something new, Sean. And Julie G, thank you for this illustrative explanation. Much appreciated. Oh yes, there are these goats in this fair. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yes, to get somebody's goat. So Fran, sorry, I forgot to say hi, Julie G. Great to see you. And Francisco Pontes Velasco. It goes without saying there is chicanery in political circles, in politics, in political's an adjective. Need something else with the adjective. And VG, skiving off. I'm sure you've never skived off school. A synonym for it is wag in Australian and New Zealand English. I didn't know that one. Interesting, VG. I've never skived off school in my life. I can believe that because you're a responsible person. I think I only ever skived off school once. So nobody will find out if he skives off school today. You could skive off work as well. And VG says, thanks a lot, sir. Okay, and let's just refresh a bit and see what we've got. And while it's happening, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. So let's see what we've got. And okay, quite a few. And okay, nobody will find out. Thanks a lot, sir. Have you ever seen any primeval forests? I'm thinking about the sequoias in Oregon. Yeah, they're really beautiful. Scientists are studying some rocks that, according to research, are primeval. Okay, I would probably use primordial here, but primeval would work. Who hasn't ever had primeval desires? We all have. And Francisco, I don't like talking to my mother. We always end up squabbling. Good English, Fran. Ooh, that looks very black pea. Black and brown and red. So, woof. I have a feeling several replies have disappeared. The Barbie joke. I can't remember the joke. I'll have a look at it and try and explain it next time. And Fran, I was swindled by the guy who pretended to be a magician. Good English. Eh, poor guy. So it's the Requiem again, or the bottle, or both. I think so. Some of these jokes I have difficulty remembering because this video is like 12 years old. And P. Swoon, isn't he cute all in white? My dolly little boy, Grieg. Hallelujah, Jesus, hallelujah and Jesus, joy of man's desiring. Okay, you're swooning again. And let's just give it one more refresh. And I think that's probably it for today. There'll be another instalment later on this evening. Unless, of course, we got something here. No, that's it. So, bye for now and see you all later.